channel. I am so excited to be filming a video right now. Do you guys have the same sort of issue that I do, where you have like a husband or maybe a boyfriend or brother or dad or someone in your life who just wakes up some mornings and is like, we need to build a shed? And then suddenly there's like construction crews in your backyard and you're like undergoing this major project and you're like, what? We didn't need a shed. That's what's been happening here. If you hear like machinery and noises and stuff, I don't know if you can. I like shut the windows and tried to like, can you hear that? Anyway, my husband has like a building project going on in our backyard right now. So I have some empties to share with you guys. I mentioned this sweatshirt in my last video. It says Retail Therapy. It's from IlyCouture. I just wanted to let you guys know their sizing is a little bit big. This is a medium and it's quite loose. Here, let me just back up and show you. It's just a little bit loose and it's, you know, what I'm trying to say is that if you like your clothes fitted a little bit more and you're ordering from that website, I would go down a size. I went up a size and I'm okay with that because I like loose sweatshirts. But anyway, that is that. Okay, so here is my basket full of empties. I'm just gonna get started. I did put myself on a no-buy for the month of August, so I was able to finish up some of the makeup products that I was just hanging on to. So let me start with the makeup products. I finished up 2 foundations. The first one is my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I love this stuff. You guys probably know I've been talking about it for like over a year now, just raving about it. It is my favorite full coverage foundation. I did mention it in my high-end products worth the money video. I really do think this is worth the money. My only complaint about it is that it doesn't come with this pump. This is the MAC pump, but it fits perfectly in this little jar. I have to see if this will fit my NARS foundation that I just got this year ago. I'm not sure if it does, but anyway, this is an excellent foundation. I love it. It gives you such a full coverage effect without making your makeup look cakey, heavy. I just have found that a lot of full coverage foundations can look a little bit heavy, a little bit cakey, but this just looks the most natural of the ones that I've tried. So I love it. When my sister was here about a month ago, she was like, I need a full coverage foundation. And I was like, this. She loves it. So I just can't say enough good things about this. I love it. I will definitely repurchase it probably in a month or so when I start, you know, when the weather gets really cold here and I start going for more of a full coverage look. The other foundation I finished up is my Shiseido Sheer and Perfect foundation. This has an SPF of 18. I wore this like all spring and summer and I love this stuff. It's quite different. I like the little thing. I like the dispenser. It's got like a nice little tip. Hopefully you can see. Just, you know, you're not going to lose a lot of product with this. Like, I just hate when foundations have that big gaping hole. But anyway, this was perfect for dispensing. The consistency of this is very similar to, if you're familiar with the MAC Face and Body Foundation, it's very similar to that. It is runny, liquidy, and it feels a little thin when you put it on your hand. It sounds awful. It sounds awful. When I tried it, like when I poured it out, I was like, ugh. It actually is just a beautiful, beautiful foundation. Sheer and Perfect is the perfect name for it because it is quite sheer. It's not full coverage. I'd say it's somewhere between a light to medium, but it just perfects your skin. It gives you like a nice kind of glow. It's not a matte finish. I loved mixing like my Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer with this guy. Guys, I really, really love this, and now that I'm out of it, I realize how much I love it because I just keep wanting to reach for it, and it's gone. Usually, I'm so excited when I finish a makeup product because I'm like, I can buy more. But this was a sad day. I finished my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. I've been trying to scrape, like there's a little tiny bit left in the little, like, holes. I have the shade Ethereal Light. When I first started using it, I would just kind of, you know, set my concealer with it and kind of do like a slight highlight, and then I just love the look of it so much that I just started taking a big brush and just like, ugh. It does not take a lot. I mean, really, just like a little dab here and there, but I did started using it as an all-over setting powder, and I love it, you guys. Again, it was one of my high-end products worth the money suggestions, and another thing about those products is that I use them up. Like, these are products that I reach for a lot, so that's how I can kind of justify the price point. I do have another one of these in my Sephora cart. I'm just waiting. I really, really want to try those Ardency In eyeshadows. Trying to kind of wait for those to come back in stock before I order it, but I don't know. It's one of those products that I don't want to be without. I will repurchase this. Oh, I love it. Okay, Okay, I finished my Love and Toast Vanilla Chai Lip Balm. Oh, there it is. I really did like this. I got it from Vitacost. I think it was like $5.99. Love and Toast is, you know, full of nice, natural, organic ingredients, which is great. It does have a scent. It smells like vanilla chai. It's nice. The consistency of this was actually pretty thin. Like, it almost melts. It's like, reminds me a lot of coconut oil. You know how, like, it looks kind of goopy, but when you stick your finger in it, it's quite thin and just kind of turns oily. That's what happened with this stuff. My only complaint is when I got to the bottom, it was really hard to get the rest of the product out because there's like a bit of a dip. Like, there's still a tiny bit of product around the rim there, and I just can't be bothered to try and dig it out because it gets in my nails and it's all over the place and it's just a mess. But I did like the overall product. I liked the way that it moisturized, it worked, it did the trick for me. The only reason I might not repurchase it is because I got really frustrated trying to dig out the last of the product. But it was a good lip balm and it was $5.99, so I think that was a pretty good price point. Okay, I did finish up my NARS eye primer. This came with the God Created Woman palette, which I love from NARS. Pretty much exclusively been using this primer ever since, and I've just gotten to the point now where I just can't scrape any more out. Also, the side cracked there, and I think it might have dried it out a little bit. You really just need the tiniest bit of this stuff. It's just like, it's nice and sheer. It doesn't color correct or anything like that if you're looking for something that's going to color correct, which a lot of times I am. Really helped my eyeshadows to stay in place and not crease and all that good stuff. So I really do like it. I don't know if I'd repurchase it just because it's really expensive, and I have some other great primers, but I would gladly like cash in some Sephora points for another sample, or if it came in a set, something like that, that would definitely attract me to it as well. Okay, I do have 4 mascara samples. I just went through my collection and these are the ones that I need to get rid of. The first one is the Buxom, what is this? It says Buxom Lash. I've had this a few times. It's okay. I don't dislike it. I don't love it. I prefer length. I feel like this is a little more volumizing. Like I said, I liked it. I didn't find that it flaked on me or anything like that, but I have better from the drugstore and high-end, so I wouldn't purchase a full size. Then I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I've talked about this a few times. I love this. I would purchase the full size. I will grab up as many samples as I can. It's just got that kind of brush that I love that's got the different sort of sized bristles, and they're kind of like clumped together in places and not in others. I love it. The only thing I wish is that it had a little bit of a pointy tip so that you could really get in there a little bit easier without, you know, dotting yourself in the face with mascara. A lot of people either love it or hate it. I think some people feel like it transfers. I don't have that issue with it. I don't know why, but I love this mascara. Okay, Estee Lauder Sumptuous Bold Volume Lifting Mascara. I didn't really like this, to be honest with you. I've had this in my bathroom, and I just kind of, if I'm running out the door, I'll just like throw a little on. I just feel like I really had to keep layering it on to get any sort of result. I didn't find it to be overly volumizing at all. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you love this, all the power to you. I hate when I'm like talking poorly about a product, but it just really didn't do much for me, and I definitely wouldn't pay full price for it because I know it's going to be expensive. If I got another sample of this, I would probably just pass it along because it just didn't do anything for me. I do have very short lashes naturally. It takes a lot for a product to really impress me, so if you've got naturally long, beautiful lashes, this would probably be fine for you, but for me, it just didn't work. And it was the exact same thing with the YSL Baby Doll Mascara. I got this in last year's Sephora's Lash Dash collection, and my friend loves it, and I just don't feel like it does anything for me. Her lashes are better than mine, again, so if you've got, you know, shorter lashes like me, you might need something that's going to give you a little bit more of a wow factor. If you've got naturally beautiful lashes, this will probably just enhance them. The wand is very, like, the bristles on the wand are very, very short, and I just feel like I have a hard time getting them to like really grab on and coat my lashes. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one either. Okay, moving on to some skincare items. This guy came in a Mimi box. It's the Ginseng Nutritious Black Sheet Mask. To be honest, I couldn't even get through the full, I don't know, it was like 15 minutes or something that I was supposed to leave this on my face. I couldn't leave it on my face for 15 minutes because it was just so slippery and slimy that it kept falling off. And even if I tilt my head back just to kind of like try and keep it in place, it would shift to the side, and it was just a huge mess, and I just couldn't, I just took it off. I was like, no. So I don't know if I would have left it on, if it would have worked. I just couldn't stand like the texture, the slimy, bleh. I just found it really hard to keep on my face. So I didn't. Something else I got in a Mimi box that I really did love though was this First Energy serum from the brand Mamond. I loved this stuff. I would just, you know, do my regular face routine, and then instead of applying my argan oil some nights or my sea buckthorn oil, I would just do a couple pumps of this and put it all over, and it did a nice job of just hydrating, and I feel like it kind of brightened my skin as well. So this was a definite win. I did finish the Live Clean Fresh Face Refreshing Facial Wipes. These are hypoallergenic, 98% plant-derived, sulfate-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, all that kind of stuff. My husband actually threw these in with a Mother's Day gift. I really liked them. They just really seemed to melt off my makeup quite easily. I only needed to use one. Like, they were nice and moist. I hate when you get makeup wipes that are kind of dry and you're like, oh. It was just like easy. It was easy. And it didn't irritate my skin. They did have a little bit of a scent. Botanical Orchid. Can barely smell it. This has been empty for a while, but anyway, I really did like these. I would repurchase them. You can find the Live Clean line at Target. Okay, and then the last thing I finished up is a repeat for me. This is the Glow Naturals Coconut Face and Body Cleanser from Vitacost. I love this stuff. I talked about it before. It just smells like really nice, fresh, pure coconut. Oh, I love it. It has a pump, so that's really nice. My only complaint is that I do use it up very quickly. I feel like one pump isn't really enough. You know, I'm like, keep going back to do like my legs, my arms, my body, all that kind of stuff. I do go through this quickly, but I do really like it, and I find it quite moisturizing. So that is it for my empties. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. You guys always make my day. Your comments, your support. I really, truly do love you guys and appreciate you sticking around. It means a lot to me. So thanks for taking the time to watch. Take care of each other, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.